When the Evoque launched back in 2011, it brought some really interesting design touches to the Range Rover family. But last year, with the introduction of the stunningly attractive Velar, well, Evoque didn't quite look as hot as it used to. But for next year, Land Rover are putting some really interesting design touches into the car. So let's have a look. Now, new Evoque shares virtually nothing with the old car. And when I say virtually nothing, literally the only part it shares are the door hinges. They must have been really good door hinges, but everything else is brand new. But what strikes you most immediately about the car is how much it inherits from Velar. Now, Velar came out and its minimalist design blew absolutely everyone away. It all of a sudden made everything else look over-designed, especially the Evoque. Now with this new redesign, it has inherited some of those great minimalist touches, but still retaining the character of Evoque.
In profile, a lot of the fussy design touches have been replaced with a more minimalist approach. The thinner beltline accent crease that travels the length of the car just under the door handles still gives it that Evoque characteristic while embracing a cleaner Velar style look. The rear of the Evoque was always its most recognizable angle, and frankly, for me, where it had the most to gain in a redesign. Where previously the Evoque looked a little squashed at the rear, this sturdier look gives a much bolder presence, and the design touches that connect the rear light side to side still give the car a wide sense of stance. It's a definite improvement, if slightly less distinct than the outgoing car. There are fewer changes to the front, but still new headlights, intakes and repositioned fog lights all add up to a look that fits in perfectly with the changes all around the car. The new flush door handles that we saw on Velar crop up here too, and they take you into a completely overhauled interior. The InControl Touch Pro Duo screens that we saw in action on Velar show up here too. It's not quite as fully integrated into the dash as in its bigger brother, giving it less of a science fiction feel, but it looks incredibly sleek and ultra-modern nonetheless. A distinct lack of physical buttons won't be to everyone's taste, but to me it looks really nice and uncluttered. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are available, as well as a rear view mirror that can switch between a traditional mirror and an HD feed from a rear camera. But the most interesting new toy is a system that uses cameras from all around the car to fuse together an image that effectively makes the entire bonnet invisible, allowing you to see everything you are approaching in detail. For anyone who's ever taken 10 minutes to drive through a width restriction in town, trying not to scuff their alloys, this is an incredibly welcome innovation. There are more changes beneath the surface with Evoque. A mild hybrid system is now available that harvests energy while coasting and stores it for added boost later when needed. The platform that the new Evoque is built on is, as Land Rover calls it, designed to be electrified. There's a plug-in hybrid version of the car coming next year, and although Land Rover won't comment on it right now, it's not a big leap of the imagination to assume a fully electric version is being considered for the not too distant future.
So design-wise, the Evoque has taken a massive leap forward and has really fitted in perfectly with the line of cars that continues on through Velar. And with interesting innovative touches to the interior and technology within it, it's going to be a really interesting prospect for years to come. How is it to drive? Well, we're going to find out pretty soon.